Hey everybody. I know it's been a little bit of time since I last posted. A lot has happened. A lot has happened since last time I talked to you guys. I'm really tired, as maybe you can tell. Yeah, I got a lot. For the last month, I've been helping a friend of mine. Let me turn that down. Hold on. A little too loud. A little too loud. Okay. I have, she's 81. She called me. It's a friend of mine who I touch base with on a daily basis, but about 4 weeks ago, she called and admitted that she was in a lot of pain and needed help. And so, of course, I did what I always do. I ran over there and assessed the situation and realized that she was in a tremendous amount of pain and she needed to be watched pretty closely. She's 81. And what she thought it was, and what she was telling everybody, was that she, from an old injury 2 years ago, she had fallen down and cracked her tailbone. And anyway, so she started going to a chiropractor. And things quickly got worse. And it was hard for her to walk just a few feet in her house without feeling like she was going to fall down from the pain that shot down into her legs. They were telling her sciatic nerve stuff, and so anyway, I started going there every day. I'd get there real early in the morning, and I'd leave late at night after I tucked her in bed, because the doctor put her on medication that made her kind of loopy, which she fought for. The first week, she didn't want it. She wouldn't, because she, like me, she's in recovery and has, I don't have as much sobriety as she did. She had 46 years of sobriety, and taking pain medication was a big deal for her. She just was scared to do it. So this went on for a week and a half. I finally got her family involved. I let them know. She wouldn't let me call them at first. But within not a week and a half, I called them sooner than that. But within a week and a half, they were on board, and her daughter was able to come and start helping. And actually, she started coming after I had to take Molly to the hospital. Things, like I said, they got bad really fast. And I took her to the hospital for the pain, and they immediately jumped on a whole different thing, which totally confused her, because she was on all these pain meds and muscle relaxers trying to help ease the pain. It was unrelenting. It would not go away. It just would not go away. So we get there, and they realize that her heart is having a problem. It was atrial fibrillation, AFib they call it. And so they were all over that, in ignoring the fact that she's hurting, and I kept having to tell them, stop touching her right arm because she's got pain in her shoulder. Don't, manhandle her like that. Her back hurts. So, yeah, she had to lay there in the emergency room in this severe pain for about, 6 or 7 hours while they dealt with figuring out what to do about her heart, running all these tests, blah, blah, blah. Before we finally got sent up to a room. Okay, so finally, things are settling down a little bit. She's in a room, and they're figuring out that she also has this pain stuff going on, and I can't even tell you the frustration I had at that hospital. And then her daughter came, and I had some help, and every single new crew of nurses that came on, it was like we had to train every single crew, because they would come in, and not all of them were like this, but a lot of the nurses, and it's sad, there was only a small handful of good ones, the techs and the nurses, every new crew, just, come in and start manhandling her and not paying attention to her chart, and, I'm very frustrated, and, yeah, you can't just have someone in the hospital and expect it to go well, because not everybody is conscious of, each patient's situation. Anyway, they got the heart thing under control, and then they started focusing on trying to get her pain under control. which, like I said, the pain was unrelenting, so they had to give her some pretty hardcore stuff. And she quickly started to not be able to focus, and it became very difficult for her to communicate that she was in pain and to let everyone know exactly what was going on with her. And then she was frustrated because she had her worst fear come true, which was she had lost control of her mind. You know, she was really, really having... She never forgot who we were or anything like that. It was just a whole... She was, not in her home. People were manhandling her. Me and Kathy were doing the best we could to take care of her among all this chaos. So, they did CAT scans. They tried to do MRIs, but she could not lay down. It hurt her too bad to lay on that thing. So, from the CAT scans and the blood work and everything... Oh, sorry, that's my phone. We got really bad news. She has lung cancer that has metastasized. I don't know what they call it, but it went into her bones. And it was all over her bones. They were giving her a couple months, 2 to 6 months to live. Okay, we were alright with that. We were going to, I was up for the challenge. I was ready to, be there for Molly. She asked me to be there for her a long time ago. She said, please, when I'm ready to cross over, please be here with me. I didn't know this was going to happen so soon. We all thought we were going to have Molly for a lot longer. Okay, so... Yeah, this is hard. We finally got to the point where we knew exactly what was going on, and, the few moments that she was lucid and understood her diagnosis. We explained to her what was up, and all she wanted was to go home, and we were going to do it. Me and Kathy were ready to do it. We were going to take her home and let her live out as much of her life as she could at her home before she had to be put into a facility for long-term care. And they decided to do a biopsy of her lungs so they can see what kind of cancer she had, because some are treatable, not treatable. This was a not curable cancer, but there's a possibility that there's cancer that's easy to treat and cancer that's hard to treat. And we were pretty sure, her doctor was pretty sure it was the very hard to treat one, to give her some comfort, to try to shrink it a little bit. Unfortunately, right after the biopsy, she was in the recovery room and she went into cardiac arrest. The nurse came and got... Kathy was already down there. She didn't know. On a spiritual level, connection to her mother, she knew something was up, and she ran down to go look for her mom, because it was taking a really long time for her to come back to the room. So the nurse came and got her son and me, and we ran down there, because Molly has a no resuscitate order. And we got in there, and I've never done this before. We got in there, and Kathy was already there talking to her. Molly was not, her eyes were not focused, but Molly was trying to speak, and they had a stupid air thing down her throat, and I should have taken it out. But I ran in, and I held her hand. I put my arm around her son and daughter as they helped her let go. And I prayed, and I called the angels in, and I know it happened quickly, but it felt like a really long time. She held on for a few minutes for them. While I'm grateful she's not in pain, I miss her. I felt her leave her body. I felt her leave, and I felt all the struggle go away. I felt this, like, wave of peace just filled the room. For her, not for her children. While it was sad, traumatic, the whole scene, it was also beautiful. Because I was able to be there and hold her hand. And observe the most beautiful kind of love. I watched her children soothe her and tell her it was okay. And they even sang to her. I just wish that she could have gotten home. We were going to bring her home the next day. The very next day she was going home. And it didn't happen. I think she just didn't want us to see her suffer anymore. She was tired after 3 to 4 weeks of just tremendous pain. She was tired. She was tired. Very tired. I was tired, and I wasn't the one in the pain. So, she was in the hospital for a week and a day. Passed away on the 7th day. She asked me to please be there for her daughter, which I'm doing. I have not left her side, and I won't. I will not. I will keep my word to my friend. At this point, her family is very confused because they didn't know who I was. You know, they'd heard my name a few times, but they didn't know who I was. They didn't know anything about me, and here I am taking care of their mother until they can come. And I just didn't know I don't know what to say when they say thank you, thank you, thank you, other than you're welcome. You know, I just don't know what to say. I talked to my mom about it, and she said, she suggested an answer that I feel more comfortable with, and then it made sense to me why I was so uncomfortable with all these thank yous and stuff. Sorry, I'm going to move a little bit. My arm hurts. She suggested that when people say thank you and why did you do it, and because they don't understand. None of them understand why I did it. And I inside understand why I did it. I gave Molly my word. And I love Molly. She's my friend. She wasn't just a sister in recovery with me. She was a spiritual sister to me. I love her so much. And I believe inside that I was doing what my higher power wanted, what her higher power wanted, what God wanted. This is what I think what real unconditional love is you step up and you help people you love, regardless of whether they're your blood or not. Because she definitely is not blood related, but I always felt like she was. Sorry, I keep forgetting the camera's over there. So, anyway, yeah, I'm tired, been a bit emotional. I haven't had really a chance for me to cry and deal with this. My emotional stuff I deal with at home. I don't deal with it over at her family's, her house, or in front of her daughter, because right now her daughter needs to grieve, and her daughter is still processing the fact that her mom is gone, and we go to her house and Molly's not there. Well, physically she's not there, but spiritually, yes. Most definitely she is there. Most definitely. She's already been doing things that are freaking people out, like moving things in her house, and yeah, she moved her rosary from one room to another, and some of you don't believe that stuff, but her daughter said, if you can let me know you're alright, please do it, and you better do it in a big way, she's a hard believer, hard one to, she's skeptical, she's hard to convince, and so Molly has done what Molly can do to make this convincing to Kathy, and I've been kind of tickled about how Molly's been going about doing that, so Sorry, I'm kind of wiggly. So, other than that, I'm okay. Oh, I reached the 15-minute mark. I'm sorry. Yeah, I really, really, really look tired. See my bookshelf? It's all pretty now. Sorry, got distracted. Other than that, I'm okay. I have told my body it is not allowed to get sick because Molly needed me and her family needs me, and I just won't allow it. And I just won't allow it. Just put it like that. I would tell myself, nope, when I'd feel the flare coming. It's like, nope, not going there, and it didn't. I do have pain, though. That didn't go away. Lots and lots of pain. But I walk through it, and I do what I gotta do. It's kind of a gloomy day today. Tomorrow's the viewing, and then the funeral's Thursday. So I just wanted to touch base, share a little bit of my life, my pain, reach out to my friends, my family. I love you all, and I'll touch base again soon, okay? I love you. Bye.